Hey guys, Mech Games here. This month, it's not just about new releases, it's a full-on festival of gaming. Whether you're a seasoned pro hunting for your next challenge, or just looking to unwind with something charming and chill, May's Game Drops have you covered. We're talking bold experiments, legendary comebacks, and indies with enough heart to pull you in for hours. Big names are showing up, cult favorites are making noise, and yes, there are a few wild cards in the mix that might just become your next obsession. Tiebreak Plus is a realistic tennis simulation game officially licensed by both the ATP and WTA. You can play as or against real-life tennis stars, compete in authentic tournaments, and manage your player's career over multiple seasons. It's developed by Big Ant Studios, creators of AO Tennis, and published by Nacon. You begin by customizing your own tennis prodigy. Choose their look, gender, nationality, playstyle, aggressive baseliner, serve and volley, etc., and backstory. From rookie to legend start in lower-tier tournaments, often with wildcard entries or qualifiers. Train, gain experience, and improve stats. Power, speed, stamina, accuracy. Compete in ATP 250-500s, Masters 1000, and Grand Slams. Each victory moves you up the world rankings, unlocking higher-tier tournaments.
A mundane life, just my everyday routine.
American Arcadia is a cinematic puzzle platformer developed by Out of the Blue and published by Raw Fury. The story centers on Trevor Hills, an average man unknowingly living in Arcadia, a city where every resident's life is broadcast live as part of a reality TV show. Unaware of the truth, Trevor's routine existence takes a dramatic turn when he becomes the target of the show's producers, due to declining viewer ratings. In this world, unpopularity can be fatal. Trevor's only hope lies with Angela Solano, a stage technician working behind the scenes of the show. Determined to help Trevor escape, Angela uses her technical skills to guide him through the city's dangers. Yasha, Legends of the Demon Blade is an upcoming action RPG developed by Seven Quark and published by GameSource Entertainment. Set in a mythic version of Edo period Japan. Yasha, Legends of the Demon Blade weaves a dark, multi-perspective tale where humans and demons once coexisted peacefully, until the balance is shattered by the resurgence of a powerful evil. Long ago, the nine-tailed fox, a powerful and malevolent yokai, was sealed away. But now, her seal is weakening, and her demonic influence begins to corrupt the land. This sparks the reawakening of ancient curses, the resurgence of dangerous yokai, and the slow collapse of peace. Capcom Fighting Collection 2 is an upcoming compilation of 8 classic fighting games from Capcom's arcade history, set to release on May 16, 2025. Capcom Fighting Collection 2 is a compilation of arcade fighting games, so it doesn't follow a single cohesive story. Instead, each game included in the collection has its own individual universe, characters, and plot lines. Some serious, some wild, and some just straight up chaotic. Here's a quick rundown of the story highlights from the key titles. Game lineup. The collection features a mix of 2D and 3D fighting games, including Capcom vs. SNK 2, Mark of the Millennium 2001, Power Stone, Power Stone 2, Project Justice Street, Fighter Alpha, 3 Upper Cyberbots, Full Metal Madness, Darkstalkers 3, Red Earth. Each game supports both local and online multiplayer modes, allowing players to engage in competitive matches or cooperative play. Fantasy Life 1, The Girl Who Steals Time, is an upcoming life simulation RPG developed by Level 5, set to release on May 21st, 2025 for Nintendo Switch. You play as an adventurer who, alongside archaeologist Edward, sets sail following the guiding light from a fossilized dragon. This journey leads you to a desolate, uncharted island. Upon arrival, a dark dragon attacks, awakening the fossil, which reveals itself as a bone dragon. A mysterious gate appears, transporting you to a lively and peaceful place, a stark contrast to the desolation you expected. Your mission becomes unraveling the island's untold mysteries and restoring its former glory. YS Memoire, Memories of Celceta, is an enhanced version of the action RPG Wise, Memories of Celceta, originally developed by Nihon Falcom. This iteration is set to release on May 22, 2025, for the Nintendo Switch in Japan. Set between the events of Wise 2 and Wise, The Oath in Felghana, the game follows the red-haired adventurer Adol Kristen, who arrives in the frontier town of Kasnin suffering from amnesia. He is soon approached by Duren, an information broker claiming to have met him before. Recognizing Adol's skills, the local Governor-General Griselda commissions the duo to explore and map the uncharted Great Forest of Celceta, a vast and mysterious region from which no one has ever returned. As Adol ventures deeper into the forest, he gradually recovers fragments of his lost memories and uncovers a complex narrative involving ancient civilizations, powerful artifacts, and divine beings.
Cosmic Era 71 to 73. The history of
Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Battle Destiny Remastered is an enhanced version of the 2012 PlayStation Vita title, set to launch globally on May 22, 2025 for Nintendo Switch. The game begins with the conflict between the Earth Alliance and Zaft, a war ignited by political tensions and the use of genetically enhanced humans known as coordinators. You can align with either faction, taking part in critical battles like Heliopolis, Orb's Defense, and the final siege at Jakendu. Set in the Cosmic Era CE timeline, the game allows players to relive pivotal moments from Mobile Suit Gundam, Seed and Seed Destiny, as well as side stories from CE73, Stargazer, Astray, X-Astray, VS-Astray, and Seed MSV. Out of Sight is an upcoming atmospheric horror puzzle adventure game developed by The Gang and published by Starbreeze Entertainment. Scheduled for release on May 22, 2025, the game will be available on Nintendo Switch. In Out of Sight, you play as Sophie, a young blind girl who must navigate a dark, foreboding mansion. Sophie is not alone. Her only companion is her beloved teddy bear, Teddy. The game introduces a unique second-person perspective, where players control Teddy to guide Sophie through the mansion's perilous halls. The gameplay emphasizes psychological horror, relying on atmosphere and sound design to create tension. Players must solve puzzles, avoid captors, and uncover the mansion's tragic history, all while questioning the reliability of their senses. Super Engine GT Turbo SPEC is an upcoming arcade-style racing game developed by Josep Monzones Hernandez and published by East Asia Soft. Set to release on May 14, 2025, it will be available on Nintendo Switch. In Super Engine GT Turbo SPEC, players embark on a racing career, starting from the Novice Series and advancing through Junior, Senior, and Pro levels. The game features 8 unique racing venues and a variety of touring cars, offering a dynamic and challenging racing experience. The cel-shaded 3D graphics provide a nostalgic, yet modern visual appeal, blending old-school inspirations with contemporary design. Career progression: advance through multiple event series, each with increasing difficulty and rewards.
England and Spain are at war.
Captain Blood is an upcoming pirate-themed action game set to launch on May 6, 2025, after nearly 2 decades in development. Originally announced in 2004 and shelved due to legal issues, the game has been revived by developers Seawolf Studio and General Arcade, with publisher SNEG. In Captain Blood, players step into the shoes of Captain Blood, a notorious pirate during the golden age of piracy. Set in the 17th century, the game's narrative follows Captain Blood's journey across the treacherous seas of the Caribbean and the Spanish Main. Captain Blood, once an honorable privateer fighting for the British Empire, is betrayed and framed by corrupt officials. After being wrongly accused of piracy, he is sentenced to a life of exile and slavery in the Caribbean.
Drugs! You're the only one that can stop them! You realize we're gonna have to take out the...
High on Life is a comedic first-person shooter developed by Squanch Games and created by Justin Roiland, co-creator of Rick and Morty. The narrative unfolds as the bounty hunter, alongside their sister Lizzie, discovers the G3 cartel's invasion of Earth. After acquiring a talking gun named Kenny, voiced by Justin Roiland, they embark on a mission to eliminate the cartel's leaders and rescue other Gatlians. Throughout their journey, they encounter various characters, including Gene Zaruthian, a seasoned bounty hunter, and face challenges that test their resolve and morality. Players assume the role of a nameless protagonist, referred to as the Bounty Hunter, who teams up with sentient alien weapons known as Gatlians to combat the G3 cartel, a nefarious alien organization invading Earth to harvest humans as a recreational drug.
60. Lord Nobunaga Oda fell to a fatal arrow.
Onimusha 2. Samurai's Destiny is a 2002 action-adventure game developed by Capcom for the PlayStation 2, and it remains a standout in the Onimusha series. In 2025, Capcom announced a remaster of Onimusha 2, Samurai's Destiny for modern platforms, including the Nintendo Switch. After the Genma demons annihilate the Yagyu clan, Jubei discovers his Oni heritage through his mother, Takajo, who reveals that he possesses the power to combat the Genma. Guided by this newfound strength, Jubei sets out to collect 5 sacred orbs, each imbued with elemental powers, to defeat Nobunaga and his forces. Along the way, he allies with various characters, including Owayu, Eke, Magoichi, and Kotaro Fuma, whose fates are influenced by the player's choices. Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo is an upcoming 2D top-down platform adventure game developed by Pocket Trap and published by PM Studios. Set to release on May 28, 2025, the game will be available on Nintendo Switch. In Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo, players control Pipit, a young yo-yo prodigy, as they navigate a sprawling urban landscape to reclaim their family's business empire from 4 rival crime lords. The game combines elements of classic action-adventure titles, drawing inspiration from games like The Legend of Zelda, with a unique twist. Combat and traversal are centered around the use of a yo-yo. Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo features a vibrant, retro-inspired pixel art style reminiscent of classic Game Boy Advance games. The game's aesthetic is complemented by a catchy, upbeat soundtrack that enhances the nostalgic feel, while providing a fresh and modern gaming experience. PowerSync is an upcoming 3D puzzle platformer developed by Winterwire Games, an indie studio based in Perth, Western Australia. Set to launch on May 22, 2025, the game will be available on Steam and Nintendo Switch for $14.99 USD. The game is set in a hydropunk world, combining elements of steampunk and aquatic themes. This world was once home to a highly advanced underwater station that served as a hub of research, energy production, and innovation. However, the station has been abandoned for years, its systems failing, and its purpose lost to time. Starlight Legacy is a retro-inspired 16-bit style JRPG developed by DCafeSoft and published by EastAsiaSoft. The game is set to launch on consoles, including the Nintendo Switch, on May 28, 2025. The digital version will be priced at $12.99, with a 20% launch discount available in select regions. In the Kingdom of Avaria, 4 provinces have flourished under the protection of the Eternity Tree, a mystical entity that purifies the land. However, a ban on magic education has led to unrest, particularly in the Sky Province, where a separatist movement seeks independence.
Agent, we need your help. The professor is around and asking you to clear the area.
Battle of Rebels is set in a dystopian future where Earth faces an invasion from alien forces. The narrative revolves around an apocalyptic scenario in which alien invaders deploy human cloning machines in urban centers around the world. These machines don't just clone humans, but also release a viral outbreak that transforms people into zombies. The story begins when alien invaders arrive on Earth and begin using their advanced technology to take control of the planet. They release cloning machines across major cities, which start to create havoc by generating clones that, due to the malfunctioning technology, become zombie-like creatures.
On the journey for truth.
Fuga, Melodies of Steel 3 is the concluding chapter in CyberConnect 2's Little Tail Bronx series, set to release on May 29, 2025. Fuga. Melodies of Steel 3 continues the epic journey of the children from the earlier games in the series, following their quest to rescue their missing friend Malt and uncover deeper secrets about their world. The story picks up after the events of Fuga Melodies of Steel 2, where the children have faced intense battles and emotional hardships. In this new chapter, Malt, one of their closest friends, mysteriously disappears, leaving behind only a cryptic message. Determined to bring him back, The group sets off on a perilous adventure across the lands. Steam Hearts and Advanced Variable Geo are two distinctive Japanese games originally released for the Sega Saturn in the late 1990s. Both titles are notable for blending traditional gameplay mechanics with provocative themes. They have recently been reintroduced to modern audiences through the Saturn Tribute series, making them accessible on contemporary platforms. Steam Hearts is a vertically scrolling shooter that combines classic SHMUP gameplay with narrative elements. Players control a spaceship piloted by siblings Blow and Fala, battling enemies across various stages. The game is known for its integration of character dialogues and interactions during missions, adding depth to the shooting experience. Throughout the game, characters engage in dialogues that appear on screen, providing context and personality to the missions.